Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is called Tanks and Fish. This is a fairly new entrant into the Superchat family, but our first member through the door. We delayed our start time today just to go and visit an incredibly supportive creator. Jessie Miller Unboxings and More is an interesting creator because her support for us has increased over the last 4 years, and that's a tough thing to do. As you follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like, but she's been a dear friend to all of us for a very long time. Hopefully everybody enjoyed her premiere. If you weren't able to be there, you know that she's got fresh content on her channel as of literally right now, and she rated in for us today. When we talk about the idea of a raid, it's a term that comes from Twitch, where somebody will do a premiere or a live stream here on YouTube and then send their audience over to somebody else's premiere or live stream, giving them a bit of a head start. And we're always happy to do that here in Superchat. We've done it many times and had it done for us many times, but I'm always happy to see a lot of creators doing that for each other. Most of our moderators get involved in love raids or raid parades, or the different things that we call them. So hopefully everybody will visit Jessie Miller Unboxings and More. Like I said, the channel that we're looking at right now is Tanks and Fish. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. When we look at Tanks and Fish, we see a new entrant into the Superchat family, just meaning they've just been here a small handful of times so far. So it's it's still a channel and creator that I'm getting to know, but they've already got 348 subscribers, so we'd love to help push them a little bit farther towards the 400 we know that they're thinking about. And when we look at their About page, we're going to get a little bit of information as to the idea that they're a tropical hobbyist and they enjoy bringing us what they found along their time in the hobby. They love to do. They're in the UK, and we're going to see Tanks and Fish on this channel, of course. So they've got a few videos already, one just a week ago, which is great to see, and then some shorts. So we'll see how these are performing already into over 1,100 views, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel also, even up to just a few hours ago. They did one earlier this morning. Sorry I missed that. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these soon. They seem to be bringing these out every few weeks, and we've got our notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. And thank you, Scratch and Pete PA, for dropping a super chat on behalf of Jessie Miller Unboxings and More. We'll look at her channel next for that reason. We've seen that kind of thing done by many people many times before, and I describe people like Michael's Adventures, Jessie Miller Unboxings and More, Scratch and Pete PA, the Stock Explorer, even She Stole My Thunder, that we're going to talk about in a moment, as some of the most supportive creators that we've met in our YouTube journey. That goes for much more than myself. Great Life Info, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. We've got quite a few channels in the chat. I'm going to do some introductions in a moment. Yellow Shirt Dad and Rushing Wind Mountain are on the wheel with Michael's Adventures and Scratch and PPA, of course. Precious Gems and the Bud Files both came in. We've got them ready to go as well on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We always put Superchatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as that happens. There's lots of time for us to put lots of channels on the screen. We'll be doing that for the next 3 hours or so. And then Just Jason Keto and More is coming in, another fellow Canadian who happens to be a member, so we'll put his channel on the wheel right now. And we're about to look at She Stole My Thunder. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And when we look at the chat, I see lots more channels in here. So Sweet Acres Koi Farm's been added to the wheel, and Fairbrick Studio, I think, might have been first in the door. Baroque Cowgirl Homestead is here, driving dailies back in the house. Heidi the Calico Panther is a long time friend of about 4 years. Henry Leslie Vermont is a longtime friend as well. KK's here with both their live channel and their travel and educational vlogs. Mary Catherine Loves Cats is here. Mountain Grandma was in Jesse's premiere just before we started. Street Poet 973EO is in the house. Good to see you here. And Sweet Melissa Coastal Girl 707 is here almost every day. Wayne's World Unlimited comes to us from the UK. It's always great to see you both. I'm always happy to see you both. Ace Flaw 1, Andy is a friend of about 5 years actually, and Canadian Family Life is one of the fastest growing channels in the Tuber Chat family. So thank you everybody for coming in. When we look at She Stole My Thunder, this is a fellow Canadian from the Montreal area, and they let us know on their banner that they review books, art, and movies. But actually, if you read their About page, you'll see they talk about being a variety channel. There's much more variety here, and a bit of help from this creator as well in our YouTube journey. So they got quite a bit of history in a lot of their videos, as you can imagine, and they've done some horoscopes as a series not too long ago. I see they've got a premiere coming up in a few days, so we've got the notification bell on for that, or pardon me, the notification on. We always set notifications for premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bell on. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know Izzy Scott just dropped a super chat. Thank you for the extra generous support. For that reason, we're going to put your channel right on the screen right after Scratch and PPA and Jesse Miller unboxings and more. Pete dropped a super chat a few minutes ago. She Stole My Thunder as well. Like I said, reviews books, art, and movies, but she also reads and narrates, and also does a lot of live streams where she keeps up with the chat at the same time. She's a friend of at least 4 years now, and She Stole My Thunder has got even a live stream coming up same day as that premiere. Actually, I just noticed, so they'll drop the premiere in the morning, and then I believe the live stream will follow. They live stream occasionally, and the creator, obviously, like I said, does a great job of keeping up with the chat while they do that. One of the things you're going to find in between the reviews and stories to be told is some tutorials for a popular app or program called Canva that a lot of people on YouTube use for their banners and their thumbnails and things like that. Now that we can add 3 thumbnails for each of our videos, it's more important than ever to be experimenting with different styles. YouTube's given us the chance to do that, and She Stole My Thunder will give us some help and inspiration when it comes to the idea of experimenting with different graphic design. So hopefully everybody will connect with She Stole My Thunder. You'll find more variety in the shorts over here, getting into over 400 views on a couple of them. Those will likely continue to grow as she posts more and more as well. So thank you again, everybody, for coming in, and thank you, She Stole My Thunder, for another super chat and another gifted membership. She's done both of those things countless times before. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Mary Catherine Loves Cats. I'm not sure if I said hello, so hopefully I did, but hello either way. It's great to have you here. Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen. Also, forgive me, I can't remember for the life of me who I already said hello to. I don't mean to miss anybody. I'd always rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it. We're going to put Jesse Miller unboxings and more up onto the screen right now. Scratch and PPA dropped a super chat for her, which I appreciate, of course. I know she will as well. Both of these creators obviously are incredibly supportive here in the Tuber Chat family. I'm going to see if I can show you something here by getting into the YouTube studio and looking at a video. So Tuber Chat now has video content, and what these are interviews. with a few of the creators who've been friends for over 3 years that have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. Each of those goes on for an hour to 2 hours. I hope you'll check those out and bring a notepad with you while you're watching, because these creators give us great insight, and it's their opinions, not mine, that are the feature of that feature content in those interviews. But I did want to just show you something very quickly here. Street Poet, pardon me, I forget the number. I'm learning about that channel. Street Poet 973EO. So I'll show you what is up with these thumbnails here. When we click on this button, you see how there's a test and compare feature here. So if I want to click on that, it's going to give me the opportunity to upload 3 different thumbnails. This only works for videos right now. It will not be working for shorts for the rest of the year. We know that for sure. I'm uncertain as to whether they're going to add this to live streams. But what this does is allows you to add 3 different thumbnails for each video. YouTube will show them through watch pages, the recommendation engine, and the algorithm. They'll show them at random, and whichever one gets the best click-through rate will be the one chosen by default. You can override it if you'd like to, but YouTube will really give us a great head start for our videos, if that makes sense with that feature. We've been waiting for that a long time. Rushing Wind Mountain, thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Ruby's done that countless times before. For that reason, we're going to put their channel on the screen right away, right after Izzy Ska. And we'll get back to adding names to the wheel and spinning the wheel like we usually do soon. PK Adventure Travels, not sure if I said hello, good to have you here. Tales Told in the Dark is Cassie from Oracles and Beyond, good to have you here as well. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. When we look at Jesse Miller unboxings and more, there's the brand new video that we just watched a half an hour ago. So she's got brand new content on the channel. What she does is unboxes different collections of things. A lot of those are part of subscription services. Most of us have seen these kind of things. They're like mystery boxes, and they have them for everything. You can get them for books, you can get them for crafts, you can get them for jewelry, for snacks, for socks, music, all kinds of different stuff. And Jessie Miller Unboxings and More really mixes this up, but she does a lot of crafting herself, or junk journals as they might be called. You can follow her channel and find some of that as well. You can see I've been missing a few of her videos for literally weeks, and but I know she's always on Sundays at 3 p.m. Sometimes we stream at this time, but we don't have a schedule. We move things around. So today we just delayed a few minutes so we could catch her premiere and then come into Tuber Chat. But if you haven't already connected with her, she's a friend of over 4 years now in the Tuber Chat family, I believe, and one of the most supportive creators that we've met. Scratch and Pete PA backs that up by literally dropping a super chat so that we would look at her channel today and early, for which I'm grateful. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated, of course. Pete knows that. But Jessie Miller Unboxings and More is unique in that her support for me and for us has increased over the years, and that's a really tough thing to do. I know I mentioned it before, but as we follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. As long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be fine, but it's really remarkable when somebody's able to increase their support for others over years. So Jessie Miller Unboxings and More features a lot of the products that she finds in her unboxing videos during her shorts productions here. You see 1,200, 1,300, 2,200 views. There's everything from jewelry to snacks to bath and beauty products and stationaries in there, crafting supplies and stickers, and then live streams. So she brings live streams out approximately once a month. She's probably due for one. There's my comment right there in the rollover. And then hopefully everybody will catch her. For those, we've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can. And you know, that's courtesy of Pete that he dropped a super chat so we'd look at Jessie Miller Unboxings and More's channel right now. Fishhead Videos, good to see you here. Reese Blissful Connections has been added to the wheel as they happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We're going to look at Scratch and Pete PA's channel right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And once in a while, I just like to recognize the idea when I see creators here in the Superchat streams that I know support all of my channels. Some of you know that I have a personal channel. Some of you know that we have a copyright-free music channel as well. All the same music you hear in the background of Superchat is available as copyright-free music. You can find a channel for that, and it's published on all major music platforms. But I think that it is something, I don't mention it all the time, but something to be noted, because I want you to understand the kind of support you can expect back from creators like this. Of course, everybody's got only so many hours in the day, only so much time they can be on YouTube, and as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be fine. But some of the creators that I'm talking about, like Scratch and PPA and Jesse Miller Unboxings and more, for instance, she stole my thunder, they support all of my channels. And the reason why I mention that is just like I said, so you can understand the heavy-hitting support that they give, not just to me, but to us. And there's many other creators in the chat that do the same thing. I don't mean to play favorites or leave anybody out, but hopefully you gather what I'm talking about people's support from the speeches that I give about each channel. Ben Cyan Games, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I used to get that name wrong. Travels and Gardening with DJ, good to see you in the house as well. And when we look at Scratch and PPA's channel, we see, again, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey. He is a beloved and dedicated moderator here. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. One of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres and live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Tuberchat. So Scratch and PPA premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. Consistency absolutely is key where it can be accomplished. You don't have to feel bad if you can't, but if you can get to a place of consistently putting out a quality piece of content, meaning a video every week, you'll find that it becomes a lot easier for your channel to grow organically, and that itself is enough to make that happen. Big Family Expedition, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. When we look at Scratch and PPA's premieres, if you can catch us for one of these, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuberchat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, and a few select others. It is very fast paced, very high energy, a lot of fun to be a part of. And some of us even set alarms on our phones and text each other to make sure we don't miss his premieres. So he's got his Tuesday premiere set up right now. I'm setting notifications for that. Again, we always set notifications for everything we see, even though we have the notification bell on for every single channel. That's just in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Izzy Scott, thank you so much for a gifted membership. They already dropped a super chat earlier, so we're going to put their channel onto the screen next. And then if Ben Cyan Games is still in the house, I know they said they were working, but if they're still here, I'll put them on the wheel right away. Scratch and PPA as well has an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching in his video series. This is an exciting one because I don't think anybody can not notice that Jaws logo on a very interesting lottery ticket here. He's in Ontario, of course, like fellow Canadian, not too far from me. Scratch and PPA pits 2 lottery tickets against each other every week, but he gives us the chance to vote on the content of the video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook. The mission, of course, is to try to make a profit over a year, and he's been doing this over 3.5 years now. KP Heathen, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Fire and Air, one of the OGs for Tuberchat. They've been a friend of about 5 years as well. It's good to see you here. Scratch and PPA as well has presentation at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by the thumbnails and art and graphics within, as well as a hint about the giveaways that happen during his video series. And his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production over 3.5 years ago, and then his banners updated every week if you can imagine that. Helen Can't Imagine, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, it's always a great idea to have a watch for a little while, because there's a bit of a different kind of channel, but our instructions are always in our video description as well. And the best success found here in looking for new friends is to make the first move, reach out to others, doing all the things we wish they would do for us first, knowing that here they will turn around and do the same thing for you. There's always plenty of channels here. And then taking it one at a time, slowly. It starts with a conversation. Scratch and PPA as well has got shorts on his channel. He took a trip to Italy last year and brought us some unique vlogging style shorts that gave us a look at all the different areas he visited while he was there, and some Italian lottery tickets we might not have otherwise seen. And then his live streams feature his very first ever while he was in Italy, showing us around the area in which he was staying. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA and get some of that support coming back to you. I describe him as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family because of the support that he gives to others, especially after we've seen that today. So thanks again, Scratch and PPA, my dear friend, for another Super Chat. Absolutely unnecessary, always very much appreciated. He's done that countless times before. And next up is going to be Izzy Ska. Little Frenchie in Big Texas, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. What we're going to do right now is go for a break for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play for you one of those clips. Pardon me for a second here while I get my act together. I thought I was ready and I wasn't. One of the clips from our interview series, which I showed you there for a quick second. And these conversations, I'm just going to play a 3-minute one, but these conversations go on from an hour to 2 hours in an interview style where I'm asking these creators about their YouTube journey. They're all longtime friends of at least 3 years, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was, I think, your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form video, because we were getting a lot of views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was pushed to the back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together, so we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were pushed to the back. Yeah. But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check your analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. To get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even scrolling up and down and how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, say things you can't really say on the main video that might not like go with YouTube's policies. Like we have a lot of fun with like pranking each other and stuff like that. Like, what we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or like pranks wise, that like skyrockets for us.
Wow.
But if we do like say like a trend of meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that like shorts really help us have like, you know, them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're like, I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
If I haven't already in the chat that pardon me for that. We're back in 3 minutes. Alright, we're just about back. We're looking at Izzy Ska. This is a creator who dropped a super chat and gifted a membership today. They've done both of those things countless times before, but we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away when that happens. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel like we always do. And after a little pardon me, while longer, I will add a name to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. We'll do that once in a while. So Izzy Scott is up on the screen, and this is a creator who's always been known to us for these outstanding banners and thumbnails and avatars and general graphic around the channel. They're monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And they are posting videos frequently, typically with a lot of pleasing visuals and audio to go along with that, typically music, for instance. Kelly Family Adventures, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Our Louisiana Life, it's good to have you back as well. When we look at shorts on this channel, we know that this creator recently reset and restarted all of the content, so we just want to help push them, but they became monetized very fast again, actually. And then when we look at shorts over here, though, we see that they've just started with these, but one's over 100 views already, so hopefully that will continue. And then they've got live streams. And Izzy Scott is live frequently. I think it's daily, actually. And some of these, the other day, yeah, you were on for what I felt like was forever. There was a 5-hour stream, I guess, the other day that I caught. I've missed you for a few days. But Izzy Scott, the conversation can go anywhere on this channel. They bring up a lot of StreamYard panelists. They talk YouTube. And the point of the channel is really to give a lot of help when it comes to the idea of some of the digital graphics tools that they use. They're going to help us with those as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Izzy Scott, obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And we'd love to push them towards the 1,800 subscribers that they're thinking about. Thank you again for another gifted membership and a super chat. Rushing Wind Mountain came in right back. Pardon me. Rushing Wind Mountain dropped a super chat right after that, and First Floor Audio is doing another one right now. They've both done that countless times before. So we always put membership gifters and super chatters onto the screen right away when that happens. So we'll look at Lee's channel, First Floor Audio, in a moment. And Rushing Wind Mountain's up right now, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment after that. Native Wildman, thank you for continuing that membership. And I will put your channel onto the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Life is Jaleesa, good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And Rushing Wind Mountain is up on the screen right now. Some of you see the name Ruby coming through the chat. This is who they're talking about. This is a creator who's been with us long over 3 years now, probably closer to 4 by now. This creator's well over 4,000 subscribers as well. And you know I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. What Rushing Wind Mountain brings for us is nature and wildlife videos from the Pacific Northwest. There's a big mix of a lot of ASMR type content lately, where they've got pleasing visual, pleasing audios, and then a lot of wildlife on the channel as well, especially when we get into shorts. And you might even find some humorous moments when you get through these. They've gotten into 12,000, 16,000 views and beyond. Live streams are occasional, but they've been experimenting with both vertical and horizontal streams. So we'll keep our notification bell on and hopefully be able to catch them when we see that they're going to bring some more out. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel as well. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can also. Bella's Whisper Farmstead, Kristen, thank you for dropping a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, we're going to put your channel up on the screen right after First Floor Audio. What I'm going to do right now, pardon me, I usually don't take breaks this frequently. We're going to run away just for a quick second. I'm going to just put the break screen on, and then we'll come right back. All right, pardon me for that.
For anybody
earlier in the office here, I work in one of those co-working places. That's where this office is, and there was a bunch of hooting and hollering and sounded like a party or a presentation or something. So pardon me for that. We'll get back to channels in a second here. I think I just saw Judgment Day Mike Harper in the house. Good to have you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat, as long as everybody is still active. We should get around to everyone. Pardon me, because I did walk all the way down the hallway. So, of course, I'm far more out of shape than I wish I was, and you'll have to listen to me huff and puff for a quick second. Rushing Wind Mountain, we were just looking at. We're going to get to First Floor Audio right now, as well as Bella's Whisper Farmstead in a quick second, because they all drop super chats. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. When we look at this channel, KK's Travel's making me laugh. First Floor Audio is from the UK. This is Lee. The creator behind this channel is a talented singer-songwriter, producer, and performer. As a matter of fact, if you catch him for a live stream, he will likely be producing, performing, and possibly even writing at the same time. He often draws the audience into his content. He's done several off-the-cuff Tuber Chat songs when I've gone into his stuff, and those are always fun. 1,400 subscribers, and he's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we look at his videos, he brings his original works in the form of music videos for us to enjoy, and there's lots here on his channel, as you can see. But the magic here really happens in the live streams. He's got a few shorts. Those are usually to promote the other content, but live streams are frequent on the channel. I just caught him a couple days ago. He's usually on for a couple of hours. He could be, pardon me, with guests on a StreamYard panel, and Lee is often, like I said, performing. Sometimes with themes. He does compilations always, but sometimes he'll do, I caught him for like an 80s night once, but he will play all kinds of stuff, either his own works or covers and things like that. Other people join him, and it's really, really cool to see. So he's on several times a week, as you can see, almost every other day, and like I said, monetized, so we'd love to support him with super chats and memberships when we get there, and push him towards the 1,500 subscribers we know he's thinking about. Thank you again, Lee, for another super chat. He's done that countless times before. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then for the same reason, Bella's Whisper Farmstead we're putting up on the screen right away. We always put super chatters and membership gifters up when that happens. Yours truly, DKC and Scratch Master. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. When we look at Bella's Whisper Farmstead, this is Kristen and Mike. They share the responsibilities over here, it looks like, by making videos and filming. I'm just going to grab one of her latest videos. This is really interesting to me. It's funny that I never even thought to look this up, but I've always wondered. So a whole beef cow breakdown for the cost, right? How many cuts, how many pounds? This is really cool, because I have heard you can go to a butcher, let's just say, and order half a cow, you know, or whatever, and fill a freezer, let's say, for the year. And while I haven't done anything like that, I happen to be in Canada, but I am interested to know some of the information that's going to be in this particular video. Now, they're talking about homesteading on a budget overall. Lots of outdoor content here. Once in a while, they'll bring us indoors. For instance, they've got a barn dominium, they call it, like a tiny home that they've built on the property, as well as all of the outdoor updates they give us that we expect from typical homesteading channels and content. They're in north central Georgia. I have family in Atlanta, actually, and then and I've been there once. And then shorts on the channel have gotten into 2200, 2600, 3200 and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they've actually got a live stream tonight. So they'll be on in another hour and a half, as a matter of fact. So we know that right after Tuber Chat, Bella's Whisper Farmstead will be live. And I'm not sure how long we're going to be on. We delayed our start today. So my guess would be, I don't know if we'll be finished by the time that they're on, but we'll see, and then maybe we can hop over there. Bella's Whisper Farmstead, 1,450 subscribers or so right now. We'd love to push them towards the 1,500 we know that they're thinking about. Oh, bulk beef from a farm 5 minutes away, says Just Jason Keto and More. He's another fellow Canadian who's very close to me, actually. I'm going to talk to him about that and maybe see if we're going to go splits on something at some point. Next up is going to be Sweet Acres Koi Farm. Thank you again, Bella's Whisper Farmstead, for that super chat. Thank you as well, First Floor Audio and Rushing Wind Mountain. Earlier we saw the same thing from She Stole My Thunder, Izzy Ska, and Scratch and PPA. So thank you all for that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. When we look at Sweet Acres Koi Farm, this is another channel I'm still getting to know, but they've also sent over some friends. I believe the first channel that we looked at today, Tanks and Fish, came from Sweet Acres Koi Farm, which is really, really cool. And, you know, to this day, even in 2024, even when we're on social media, word of mouth seems to still be the king when it comes to the idea of giving referrals to friends or businesses and things like that, because it's one thing for us to share. We know those things work, they can bring in traffic, but it's another thing when you actually have a conversation with somebody and you know, somebody, you're letting somebody that you care about know that there's somebody else that you trust that they should be connected to. Some of those friendships start instantly with over-the-top generosity and last for years. We got a few friends who've done that kind of thing over the years. Pumpkins in Wonderland, good to see you here. And the autograph fisherman Joe Burgess, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Good to see you in the house there from Canada also. I split my time between Niagara Falls, where I live now, and Toronto, where I was born, raised, grew up, and continue to work. So, Sweet Acres Koi Farm, Sweet Acres Koi Farm is up on the screen right now, but it's time for us to spin the wheel. And it's just about time for me to add a name to our wheel from our chat list as well. So I'm going to do that in another second here. We'll get Ben Cyan Games on the screen. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. This is another creator that I know I am behind with, but Ben Cyan Games has been a long time friend. He's probably been with us for 3 years or so. Definitely more than 2, could be 3. Sometimes I even lose track of how long some of our friendships have gone on. But we always have brand new channels in the chat, to, you know, like today too. It looks like there's almost 10 brand new channels that have come through today. And that's the case every day. We always have an average of about 100 channels that come through within a live stream. And I lose track, actually, of some of the lengths of the times of our friendships, let's just say. But the reason why I say that is just hopefully what everybody takes from that is the idea that there are literally generous creators out there waiting to meet you that are willing to support you. This goes for everybody years into the future, if you haven't already seen that. And I hope that's what you gather by the speeches I give about each creator and their channel as I get to know them. So Ben Cyan Games is going to bring us a lot of video gameplay. Sometimes we get talking head videos from this creator as well, and they mix up a tiny bit of variety. But when we get into shorts videos, some of these have done well. 3,500, 7,500, and a bar chart race here, well over 500,000 views, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Ben Cyan Games. You'll also catch him for live streams. He's been doing the Everywhere Forever-a-thon for I don't know how long now. Is that day number 425? Sometimes he's indoors by the computer. Sometimes he's out driving DoorDash and doing other things. Ben Cyan Games is now well over 4,000 subscribers. That actually is not too much of a surprise, considering he's on every single day for as long as I can remember. He's been doing this for well over a year now. It could be a year and a half. And longer for the channel, of course. But hopefully everybody will connect with Ben Cyan Games. He picked up a gifted membership today from Izzy Ska, which is really, really cool. What we're going to do right now is take another official break. Let's just say we'll go for 3.5 minutes. Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. When we look at the idea of that interview series that I keep talking about, there are 3 videos on the Tuber Chat channel so far. The 4th one's been recorded. I have yet to edit it, and I've got another couple of guests lined up. We're dropping these videos every month on the first Saturday, so we got one coming up in a couple of weeks featuring a creator named Edna's World, or a channel named Edna's World. And she's another influential creator who talked to me for almost 2 hours, actually, in our interview series. And she is another that has long passed her 10,000 subscribers. So I noticed that you also mentioned subscribers for a quick second there when you're talking about especially the effects you put on the screen or the end of your video. Don't forget to subscribe, things like this. What else can you tell us, especially for anybody just starting their YouTube journey, about how to get more subscribers for their channel?
Still back to just asking. Like, you would be surprised how many people don't say subscribe to my channel.
No.
Just a simple hit that subscribe button, you know, I would appreciate it. I don't do a whole lot of promoting, but promoting your channel works very well. I think honestly, if people can feel like they have a connection to you, if you're talking, if you're giving great information, if they sort of feel that vibe, they're going to naturally be like, oh, I like this person. But sometimes people will watch and just never subscribe. And sometimes it's just because they just don't think about it. It's like, oh, I didn't even realize I wasn't subscribed to you. So that one little ask is sometimes all the people need to just, subscribe to the channel. I think also realizing that not everybody is going to subscribe. Realizing that they might watch your video, but for whatever reason, they just don't want to subscribe to it. Or they just come there for that one reason, that to see that video, and now they're going to go. I think having people promote you is a good thing. And that's also something I think should naturally happen.
Okay.
I know a lot of us, when we start out, we think we have the best ideas, the best personality, and we're going to blow up overnight. And it just doesn't happen like that in the real world. You know, it's going to take time, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with, you might never hit 10,000 subscribers, and that's okay. Be there for the 400 that are coming back,
Yes.
Be there for the ones that are coming back and show them that you appreciate them being there, because eventually those are the ones that will mention your name to somebody else.
Yes.
Or, those, if they don't, but they're still coming back. So we have to be okay. And I think that's what a lot of new vloggers need to learn. You have to be okay that you might not blow up. You might not be as fabulous as you think you are. Somebody is still going to be like, no, I don't like her. And that's okay. That's okay.
All right, we're just about back. I'm going to show everybody something for a quick second. I haven't even looked at this yet. I just popped it up for a second right before we came back on. But Mike and Rihanna's Adventures reached out and let me know that they've been invited into the Brand Connect program from YouTube. So I'm just going to show everybody something about this. Apparently, it's where they connect people, possibly for product reviews, things like that. When we look at what they say for availability, it talks about different countries, the United Kingdom, United States, and a few others. And then when we look at the procedure for turning it on, you go into your YouTube studio, and when you go on the Earn tab, where we look at our Super Chats memberships and things like that, we see the Brand Connect tab. So if your channel is eligible and in a region where it's available, you can check that out, but I'd encourage you to do that. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, I think they said Canadian Family Life is part of it. Am I mistaken about that? Style Stages, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And yeah, if anybody's been involved in that or signed up for that already, just let us know. So the Bud Files is up on the screen, and this is a family of modern day archaeologists. The idea is to uncover history and digitally preserve it in video. They do that through video shorts and live streams, and they take us out to a lot of interesting places like abandoned locations, graveyards, cemeteries, and other similar types of places. There's a lot of history on the channel, as you can imagine. They've got a Way Back Wednesday series where they post videos with some history lessons along the way, and then a lot of family togetherness on the channel. They've really expanded the content over a long period of time, so when we dig through their videos, you'll see a little bit of variety in line with what they're already doing or along with. And then shorts on the channel have done really well. 3,400, 5,000, 1,500 views and beyond. They're monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They're working on 2,200 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. When we get into live streams, they could be indoors, they could be outdoors, they could be singing, dancing, playing games, taking us on an adventure, giving us a chance to hang out with the family. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Bud Files. They seem to be everywhere all the time. When I'm out trying to bounce in between premieres and live streams supporting other channels, I run into them constantly. That's been the case for a very long time as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Bud Files, get some of that support coming back to you. This is a family of creators, like I said, but they do a great job of keeping track with what everybody else does on their channels as well, especially when they do these shout out videos every 100 subscribers. So they'll have another one coming up soon. Yellow Shirt Dad is coming up in a second. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. When we look at Yellow Shirt Dad, we see Gene, and this is a creator that brings fun into everything he does. The interesting thing about this creator, who's been with us for a couple of years now, is that he, as soon as he came into the Tuber Chat family, started collaborating and connecting with people in an over-the-top sense or of generosity or friendship. I saw him intending on collaborating with lots of other channels, and Gene is somebody who brings us the joke of the day in his video series. He does that several times a week. I'm just going to grab his latest beach humor video. He likes taking us to different places as well. He gives us a look around his area, actually in detail sometimes, and this is really cool being out on the beach as well. So Gene will take us lots of different places, and this creator has a lot of videos that are quite short. So when we're connecting, we're always looking for videos that are 3 minutes or longer, and he's got plenty of them. Just one that he put up a week and a half ago is 4 minutes long, perfect to connect with. But if we dig through the channel, we'll find more that go up to even 10 minutes and far, far, far longer. So hopefully everybody will connect with Yellow Shirt Dad. You've even recognized him from other channels, being in StreamYard panels and things like that. This creator's got some shorts that have done really well, 5,200, 5,300, and 8,500 views and beyond, which is really, really cool. And I'm glad to see this video did really well. I wonder if there's something to that, having the comment right? A question, and it's a requested joke because he's become known for these joke of the days, right? As well as the yellow shirt to go along with the name Yellow Shirt Dad. Although I have seen him in a different color than yellow for his shirt, and you will too if you find him on other channels. When you look at live streams, we see that Gene goes live occasionally, so he's been on several times this month, about a week and a half ago. Hopefully we'll catch him again for another one of these. We got notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can. There's an interesting question. Driving Daily says, how many yellow shirts do you have? And he's working on 1,900 subscribers, so hopefully we'll push him a little bit farther. And when we spin the wheel, now we get to Just Jason Keto and More, who's another fellow Canadian, actually. And we'll see what he's got going on, pardon me, on his channel. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So I'm not sure if Native Wildman's still here. They actually continued their membership, but they took over the Stream Boss position as well. Every Super Chat membership and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure for a while, and we've seen that many times before. And then as well, I'm actually overdue for adding a name to the wheel from our chat list. I meant to do that while we were on the last break, so I'm going to do it right this second, as a matter of fact. And we will see that KK's travel and educational vlogs will come up onto the wheel right now. Home Bartending with John and Backyard Trucker have both been added. Forever Goshlin 3004, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anyone. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. And then Just Jason Keto and More is a creator that wants to motivate and inspire us, especially when it comes to the idea of healthy eating and healthy living. And particularly when we talk about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He's got a ton of recipes on his channel. He's become very known for chaffles. That's why you see every day I'm chaffling. That's his banner that he's updated with some AI that he's playing with the graphics, which look great, by the way. And then this creator as well, like I said, does a lot of recipes. I missed the last one, so I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. He put that out yesterday. And then he's got a lot of product reviews on the channel as well. He can give us the... help us make sense of some of the ingredients we're going to find in some of the keto-based or keto-marketed products that we find in the grocery stores and health food stores and things like that. And then there's Kendra from Consume the Goodness, a channel that we know, but he's got a lot of other guests on the channel as well, both in videos and live streams where they share their life experiences, their tips and their tricks, trials, tribulations, and everything else related to their keto-based journey, let's just say. Once in a while, Jason will do a product review. He uses that GoPro for his multicam setup during his cook-along streams. I'll show that to you in a moment. And then he's got some informative content from Keto Palooza. He'll be back there this year to bring us more informative content from a lot of influencers. Shorts on his channel have gotten into 5,000 and 6,000 views with some of these healthy-looking grilling shorts. Then one that I've seen over 22,000, which is great to see as well. We'll look at his live streams in a second. I just want to welcome a couple more people in. It's the Bankroll is here. Hadgeways is back in the house. Charlene Heel is here. A couple of them are members. I'll put them on the wheel right away. Laced Up, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everyone's still active, we should get around to everyone. So, live streams on Just Jason Keto and More's channel, which is monetized, by the way. We have lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He's officially on the road and more than halfway on the road now to 3,000 subscribers. So I know he has to be excited about that. It's an exciting and important milestone. Every 1,000 up to the first 10. So hopefully everybody will connect with him. We'll get him a little bit closer today. But what you're going to find is that this creator also goes live every week. Thursday at 7:30 Eastern is his regular live stream series, and then once in a while, usually once a month or so, he brings us a cook-along live stream. I was lucky to be there for that one, where he broke out the Instant Pot this time, which is really cool and something I still have to learn about. But hopefully everybody will connect with him. Whether or not he has a guest with him during his live streams, he has a vibrant community that is willing to motivate and inspire and support when we come into the chat with questions and comments as well. So hopefully everybody will join Just Jason Keto and more. We expect he'll be on this Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. He might even drop another video between now and then, but we know he's got a brand new one on his channel. I've put that into my catch-up list so I can get caught up myself. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. When we look at the life of Tiff, we see another creator who's here with us frequently lately. And this creator is working on 400 subscribers. They're really, really close. They might even get that shortly. When we look at the life of Tiff, this is a channel I'm still getting to know. But they say they're going to bring us some adventure, some cooking, cleaning, and then we have the opportunity to make new friends while we're on the channel. I'm just going to grab a almost garden tour here, some plants that they're going to show us in their latest video. It's quite short, so again, when we're looking for videos to connect with, we always want to be looking for videos that are 3 minutes or longer, but she's got plenty there, as well as shorts on the channel. Have gotten into 5,000, 7,000, even 10,000 views, which is interesting to see. And then live streams on the channel. She's done a few of these, and we'll see if she's going to bring any more out. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a moment. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Backyard Trucker is up on the screen as well, and we'll see what they've got going on for today. This creator lets us know on their About page, which they've changed around a couple times. They're just a hard-working guy doing things that they love, literally bringing us anything and everything in their videos. They're a small business owner and mechanic by trade, and we see them do a lot of do-it-yourself type videos on their channel, working on their truck, for instance. They bring more variety both indoors and outdoors, and this creator's done incredibly well with dash cam footage, getting into 12,000 and even 13,000 views on a couple of these. Then when we get into live streams, we see that this creator's had some incredible success. A few weeks ago, he got into a situation where he had a monster live stream, and I guess it's getting on about a month now or so, maybe a little bit longer. And he had he let me know that he thought he picked the right title. I imagine that it probably had to do with the start time of the stream, but a lot has to do with the activity on the channel, I'm sure, as well, because Backyard Trucker's posting frequently, streaming almost daily, and collaborating with others, and somehow managing to find time to be supporting everybody as well. He literally seems to be everywhere all the time. 836 subscribers right now. He really shot up fast after that successful couple of live streams, which were great. If you have a look through the channel, you'll find them. One's at 19,000 views, the other one's at about 5,000 or a little bit more. And that's really, really cool. And I still wonder about the what's the cause of that. But you see some of these streams, like look at the one he did yesterday. This one had 136 views for an hour and a half. The day before that had another hour and a half stream with almost 700 views. So this creator doing some of these vertical live streams are really having them pay off, which is really cool as well. So hopefully everybody will connect. with them. I missed the most. I missed the busiest one that they had. They might have had 125 people in there. Bella. It looks like Bella might have caught her for that. Scratch and PPA, I think, caught him for that, if I remember him saying so. And I'm uncertain, though. I didn't catch that one, but I talked to him about it while I was in his chat just a week ago or so, asking about what he thought was the reason for the success, and of course he was willing to share. So it could be a little bit of right place, right time. I still believe that it has to do a lot with the activity on the channel. And he's done a lot of collaborating with Marketplace Boutique, as another dear friend here as well. Rock Chick Beauty's in the house from the UK, and Cruz Bolero's being added to the wheel. So I'm going to spin. We'll see who's coming up next, and then what we'll do right now as well, I see Globee's Travels. We'll go for another break now for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play for you another clip from our interview series, and this is a set of conversations that have gone on anywhere from an hour to 2 hours with some of our friends who've been with us for, so far, 3 years or longer. And each one of them has long passed their 10,000 subscribers. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course, but I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to, I think it was 82, was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at 4,000 subscribers aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that. Instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
Alright, we're just about back, and the next creator we're going to look at is one of the most supportive that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. They have an abundant number of videos, possibly the largest we've seen in the Superchat family, over 3,600 videos and shorts for Michael's Adventures. He posts every single day. You can see I'm behind. I got into a horrible sleeping pattern over the last week. I had a bit of an easier week, and the problem is that caused me to be up a little bit later and sleeping in too late to be able to catch Michael's Adventures premieres, I'm embarrassed to tell you, at 9 o'clock in the morning. On days that he doesn't work, like today and yesterday, always on the weekend, he'll post a couple of videos as well. He'll do another one at 9 p.m. And here's the one that he's got set up, actually. I'm just going to grab the link for this and put it in another window for myself. Michael's Adventures, like I said, is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. He's here with us in Tuber Chat for every stream he can be, but also sends his regards any days that he misses just due to a work schedule. So what he brings us is wildlife on his channel more than anything else, but a lot of nature, where he gives us walks around, stories to be told, drive along live streams, and a little bit more variety, which I'll show you in his shorts videos. When we get into the regularly scheduled videos, there's lots of raccoons here, lots of foxes, lots of deer, lots of bird watching, lots of everything he does there's a lot of. But when we look at shorts, we start to get the idea that he'll do a lot of lottery ticket scratching, occasionally take us outdoors, and then sometimes just playing a slot game on a tablet as well. He's working on 1,400 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. And Michael's Adventures is a creator who goes over and above, as all of our moderators do, and lots of our other friends here, when it comes to the idea of helping others, specifically with watch hours. So for anybody interested in that, he'll be willing to do that for sure. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I actually didn't mean to spin the wheel there. It's ironic that it came up on Rochick Beauty's channel. She dropped a super chat a moment ago. We always put super chatters on membership gifters onto the screen right away when those things happen. And she's done that countless times before. So thank you again, Rochick Beauty. This is Orianne. This is a creator who 3.5 years ago reset and restarted her channel. She's been on YouTube for over 4 years. But the idea is, could you come back stronger and more solidly the second time around? And when you look at what she's done with her channel, right from the beginning of her newer content, which now spans back 3.5 years, you see that this creator gives a professional look to every thumbnail. And even though every video gets its own design, in that thumbnail, the bright, bold headshots will make her recognizable, and I believe that's going to pay off for her very well in the future when it comes to the idea of branding and recognizability, if that makes sense. So, Rochick Beauty is working on 1,400 subscribers. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, she lets us know that she brings us all things alternative. She changes up her banner and her avatar frequently as well, usually for holidays and special occasions. But she started with beauty and a few unboxing videos and product reviews. Now has gotten into sponsored videos as well. And I see she's got a brand new video here from a couple days ago. I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get caught up with her. Playlist can be a great tool for that. And then shorts on her channel have gotten into 2,200 and 2,900 views and beyond, which is great to see, and they bring a lot of variety. And then live stream, she's on occasionally. She did a couple last week. I'm sorry I missed those. And then hopefully I'll catch another one soon. She's usually on every month or two. She's got, we always have the notification bell on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Lewis Acre Farm Karma, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And Rochick Beauty, thank you for another super chat. Like I said, she's done that countless times before. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. I know a lot of the focus looks like it's putting channels on the screen here in Superchat, but over the last 4 years, this is what we do. You know, we always do it. One thing I mention frequently is the idea that putting the channel on the screen is not what draws in the subscribers. A couple of people might go to your channel right when they're looking at it because they want to see your channel at the same time as they're listening to me give my description of it, but it doesn't result in a flood of 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 subscribers or even more. That never happens, right? The idea is the magic here on this channel happens in the chat during the live streams. That's why it's called Tuber Chat. It starts with a conversation, and that's where you get the subscribers one by one as you're making friends with the intent to support each other wholeheartedly in the coming months and even years, right? For instance. And then Cruz Bolero's up on the screen right now. We'll see what they've got going on. Coffee walks and whatever. Good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And then the other thing we always want to think about is self-promotion, right? We always want to keep that to a minimum. When we look at what happens in the chat, people are always watching to see what everybody else is talking about. When you're talking about your own channel, it's much different than when you're talking about what you can do for other people's channels. And I promise you, the people who've been here the most often and are most seasoned in what we're doing and the ways of connecting are cherry picking their connections by seeing how everybody's interacting in the chat. A lot of our seasoned channels here or creators will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat or somebody that they see self-promoting too frequently. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of excitement when it comes to the idea of a new production, especially if you're doing something different or if you found success with something. We'd love to know about these videos that get thousands of views or shorts that get into the 10,000s and things like that, because we can learn from each other. But almost everybody here will have dropped a new video within the last few days or the last week or so, and as you connect with more friends, you will have them there to follow all of your new content or most of it. And then KK's Travel and Educational Vlogs is asking a channel for the chat. Nisa Fairway, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And when we look at Cruz Bolero, we see a channel I'm still getting to know, but they are going to bring us a lot of travel-based content, including some cruise ship content as well. This, when I see the rollover, you might mistake that for a city and an outdoor adventure, but it's actually on a cruise ship, which is really cool. And Cruz Bolero has been supportive here in Tuber Chat for almost every stream since finding us. They might have been here for everyone. I know not everybody can be. I just recognize it sometimes, but they're out supporting other creators as well. And I mentioned that so that you can understand what kind of support you can expect back from them. They're already over 100 subscribers, and it looks like they've got them locked in at about 106 right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 200 they're thinking about. My imagination tells me they're going to have a new video coming out soon, but they got some shorts over here as well, and these have gotten well over 400 views, so that'll continue to grow as they post more and more. And then Just Jason Keto and more says they actually have a video with their face in it getting views. That doesn't usually happen. It's interesting that he says that, because myself personally as well, I have decided to experiment a little bit in my personal videos and not have myself in a lot of the product reviews and things like that, and they've all done much better since I started taking myself out of the videos. That's not necessarily going to be the case for everybody. My suggestion is always to experiment, because even though it feels like our audiences may be similar, they are always different at the core, if that makes sense. And what works for one creator may not work for another. Home Bartending with John is coming up right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Together We Travel's in the house. Silent Silver is here. Monica Lynn, Alaska My Heart. It's good to see all three of you. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Leezy J is back in the house. They were with us for the last stream as well, so it's good to have you back. Home Bartending with John is a silver member here. This is a channel we see every single day, whether he's here or not, in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. What Home Bartending with John is going to do on his channel is teach us how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. And we don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what John has got here, but he does show us what it takes to keep a bar like that replenished, along with some of the tools we're going to need behind the bar to make some of those famous cocktails. One of the interesting things, and probably the most compelling for me personally, was to find that this creator brings us different variations on the recipes that he shares, sometimes based on geographic or cultural differences, and then sometimes based on pop culture. So what I'm talking about is the idea that there could be 2 or 3 different ways to make a drink. Shaken not stirred comes to mind when we think about that kind of thing. Home Bartending with John will also take requests on his channel, and he's done a couple for me, for which I'm grateful. Hopefully you'll visit his channel and see what I'm talking about. He might do the same for you. Ron's Keto Cafe and our dear friend Rambling with the Brooms are both in the house. I've got them both on the wheel because Ron's Keto Cafe is a member, Rambling with the Brooms is a moderator. And then Home Bartending with John has got a lot of product reviews as well as comparisons on the channel as well. And like most product reviews, the idea is they can help us save some money by knowing whether we're going to possibly like something before we give it a try. And comparisons come in both different types of either beers or liquors or liqueurs. He does series of videos as well, or collections, where he might bring us like 8 low-calorie cocktails or 6 non-alcoholic mocktails and things like that. So a lot to be learned on this channel, and Home Bartending with John is incredibly supportive. They're here for just about every stream. They've got shorts over here that have gotten into 1,600, 2,400 views, 8,300 views on one of them, and then live streams are an idea from the past. We'll see if he's going to pick those back up. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. So spin the wheel and look at that luck. Rambling with the Brooms is going to come up right away, and the odds seem to ever be in your favor right now. And then Hugo Homestead is another long time friend as well. One of the very first creators to come to us through the homesteading community of channels. When we look at Travel Escapes with the Brooms, this is Scott. He's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. He is an advocate for helping creators grow, especially when he finds channels under 100 subscribers. When I talk about mocktails, non-alcoholic cocktails can be known as mocktails. Shirley Temple always comes to mind. When me and my sister were growing up, if our parents would take us on any kind of a special dinner or a vacation or something like that, we would have Shirley Temple so we could feel adult at the table. Nisa Fairway, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. For that reason, I'm going to put your channel up on the screen next. We always put super chatters and membership gifters on the screen as soon as that happens. We'll get back to spinning the wheel afterwards. I've got I Am Betty J Gathers on there as well. And then when we look at Travel Escapes with the Brooms, he's just got a few shorts and a video over here, but this is Rambling with the Brooms. And Scott is a fellow Canadian, actually, and a city councillor from the Ottawa area. He's well over 3,000 subscribers now. And I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. So here is a lot of variety, but this creator typically brings us a lot of homesteading style content. So a lot of outdoor content. He might be in the sugar shack making maple syrup. He could be bringing us into his home, or he could be taking off hundreds of miles away to get involved in some meetups with other creators, both in live streams as well as with videos. He's got a couple of live stream series. I'll show you both of those in a moment. And shorts have gotten into 3,100 and even 7,800 views with some of that famous Canadian winter weather. Live streams on his channel. Like I said, he's got a couple of series. So Procrastination Thursday, and occasionally he'll do a pop-up like last Monday, or Primetime Friday. Here we go. He's got StreamYard panels. Lots of friends join him. It could be Scott just giving us a chance to hang out with him, or he could be running a StreamYard panel where he's got lots of friends that join him. As well, he's got a special project coming up. It's a cruise that he's collaborating with through Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Those creators are bringing us the opportunity to go to Alaska for a week from Seattle in August, literally 1 year from now. And they're trying to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters. So hopefully everybody will check those out. There's lots of information on Scott's channel, and we expect more travel content from him as well. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everyone's still active, we should get around to everyone. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Ron's Keto Cafe is up on the screen right now, and when we look at this creator, they are also going to help us with healthy eating, healthy living when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Ron posts frequently, and he's live frequently as well. He usually posts almost daily, I think, and then he's live streaming as a part of that. This creator will give us an insight into his own keto-based journey, where he's lost long past 100 pounds by choosing a healthier lifestyle. And Ron will give us a lot of recipes on his channel, a lot of stories to be told, a lot of updates for the channel. He's got some shorts over here as well, and he, ever since ever since he started posting shorts, he's been posting them frequently, and has gotten into over 1,000 views on one of these, which is great to see. Like I said, he's live frequently, usually a couple times a week, and I've caught him many times before. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. Forgive me, I missed that yes, opportunity. Nisa Fairway is here for what I believe is the second time. They just dropped a super chat. When that happens, I usually put those channels on the screen right away. So we're going to look at them right now and see what they've got going on. Forgive me for overlooking that. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, and we haven't connected yet. So what I'm going to do, because I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, is I'm going to take one of your videos here, and I usually look for something long beyond 3 minutes. So I'll take this 10-minute video. I'm going to put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. This creator has quite a bit of information on their About page page, but we can see that they're bringing us a lot of, it looks like, I would say wildlife, but I wonder if they've taken trips to safaris and zoos, if I read the couple of, titles properly. Yeah, it looks like they're visiting a lot of national parks to catch some of this wildlife. And then hopefully everybody will check this channel out. We'd love to push them towards the 1,400 subscribers we know that they're thinking about. And then what we're going to do right now is take a break. We'll go for another 3.5 minutes, and then we'll come back with another channel. Nisa Fairway, thank you again for, Nisa Faraway. I was reading that wrong today again. I knew the name from the other day, so pardon me for that. Nisa Faraway. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And then Hadgeways is a fairly new channel in the Tuber Chat family. They've just been here a few times so far, but they're a member, and we're going to look at their channel next. All right, we're just about back, and I see that Brown Girl Bella just came in. Yes, I have We just went on that break. I'm not sure if her screen popped up right at that second. Brown Girl Bella's been a silver member for as long as I can remember. She's one of the longest standing members in the chat. You can see that by the color of her membership badge there. But she's also a silver member. And like we talked about with Home Bartending with John, we get to see her channel every single day, whether she's here or not, in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. So I've got her on the wheel as well. We'll be looking at her channel soon enough. I probably should have wiped a few names off of the wheel. I might do that right now. And we will add back any of the members that are still in the chat. So if there's any members listening or watching that haven't been seen yet, just please be active in the chat and we'll get you back onto the wheel. If I removed your name, we just clear a few off through the stream so that we can get to more channels. It's been working out really well lately. Hedgeways is up on the screen. This is a brand new creator in the Superchat family. They've just been here 3 or 4 times so far. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They're working on 2,500 subscribers, and we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. It's a creator I'm still getting to know, of course, but they're going to bring us a lot of travel from some interesting touristy type places. By the look of it, when we read their about page, we get an idea of what to expect, but they just put out a brand new video today, so I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch another Manchester video. They've done a few of these, and then they've been to other places as well. Some I recognize, many I don't. Madrid, for instance, of course, and then lots of other ideas. You get an idea of the kind of things they're bringing us through there. Thumbnails, obviously another dynamic creator, and when we look at shorts on the channel, we see that these have gotten into 1,400 and 1,700 views and beyond. Bit of variety there. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they're live somewhat frequently, usually at least once a week by the look of it. They're probably due for another one soon. So we'll see if they're going to do another one, and we'd love to push them towards the 2,500 subscribers we know that they're thinking about as well. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a moment and see what's happening with the next channel. Looks like it's going to be Charlene Heel. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Charlene Heel's got a brand new video coming up, and that's going to be tomorrow, so I've got the notification on for that. We always set notifications for everything we see, whether they're premieres or live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Robert Mac Media, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. It's time for me to add another name to our wheel from our chat list. So Driving Daily is going to be added right now. They've been very active in the chat, and I've got a robot in the background called Streamlabs that keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat. And then Charlene Heel is going to bring us wellness coaching on her channel. She brings a lot of different subjects, always positive, always always inspiring and always motivating with positivity. This creator also does shorts that have gotten into 7,000, even 7,500 views. Lots more variety here, but they got lots of friends in the small YouTuber community and lots of guests on the channel, as you can see. Live streams are frequent, so they got one coming up. I think that was meant to be today, and they might have done this one here. I think it didn't connect, and they did another one 6 hours ago. And they've got another one coming up a week from now, I think, and then another week after that. Charlene Heel is going to bring us wellness coaching on this channel, as well as content in line with a second of 4 channels that I know of that she has, where Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is going to bring us wealth, spirituality, and possibly a mindset shift, along with income opportunities. I've joined her on both of her channels for live streams where we've done StreamYard panels with other creators as well, and shared some ideas when it comes to the idea of helping other YouTubers not make some of the mistakes that we have in our journeys. And Conscious Business Services and Opportunities and Charlene Heel have these two channels from this creator. She's been a friend of ours for about 4 years now. Monetized, of course, on both channels. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She's got some more live streams set up on this channel as well. She might be doing one tonight right after Superchat. She might be starting in about 45 minutes actually. And then when we look at shorts on the channel, we see that she's done well over here, getting into 5,400 and 6,500 views and beyond. So hopefully everybody will connect with Charlene Heel on both of her channels, and I'll spin and we'll get another channel ready to go. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And KK's Travel and Educational Vlogs is another creator who's here with us just about every day. And when we look at their channel, we see that they're working on 900 subscribers already, which is great to see. There's a bit of variety here in line with the travel and possibly cruising content that we're going to find from KK's. They've got another channel as well, and we've seen them both today in the chat. KK's Travel and Educational Vlogs has some shorts here where they've gotten into 10,000 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then when I look at KK's live channel, let me see if I can find it easy. If I can remember this one, here it is. KK's live channel, and we just got to get the spelling right on that, no apostrophe on this one. When we look at this channel, we see that this creator is going to bring more variety over here. Lots of live streaming. I'm just going to grab the latest video that they've posted. It's like either a clip from a live stream or a preview or something they dropped afterwards. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 7,000, one over 10,000, which is great to see on this channel as well. And then they've got live streams coming up, so they've set quite a few of these in advance. Very much like Michael's Adventure sets a lot of his premieres. Sometimes he's a month in advance actually. And this can give your content time to percolate in the algorithm or recommendation engine, so that when it's time for the stream or premiere to start, YouTube really knows how to push it out, let's say. Hopefully everybody will connect with KK's live channel. And they've got live streams happening all the time. I'm not sure if they're quite on daily, but it looks like several times a week. So this creator is working on 1,500 subscribers on this second channel as well, which is great to see. Dolores is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel along with Marketplace Boutique and Crystal Sparkle, who picked up a gifted membership today. And we'll see what they've got going on their channels soon enough. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Dolores, look at that luck. You just came in and the wheel has chosen you already. Ree's Blissful Connections, thanks for being active in the chat. I'm just going to get your name back on the wheel. I had removed a few names there. And we'll see what Dolores has got going on. We're one ahead. I still had Rambling with the Brooms on there. Dolores is a very popular name for a channel, not to mention a very short name. So a lot of times what we see with popular and short names is that they can struggle with the search results for a long period of time. We got to make sure YouTube's not trying to misspell for us. Let me put quotes around it and see if that's going to help at all. What I find is most channels, by the time they get to 800 subscribers, come up first around the world for their name. That's not to say that's right. That's just in my own experience what I've observed. But the search results are almost certainly different for every creator, because some of it is based on geographics as well. And the idea that YouTube is always trying to predict what we're actually looking for. So what I'll do for Dolores here is I'm actually just going to drop their handle, Dolores01. And when we search, find, and click on each other, we're really doing a great service for each other. And the channels that are hardest to find are the ones that need our help the most. But thank you for that, Dolores. Yeah. So that handle will help. I just don't want to spend too much time scrolling through search results, but it really is a great help if you have the moment that it takes to find them. Nick will travel. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Dolores is here, and they let us know on their About page, just a pink girl in their pink world, and they're going to bring us a lot of variety on the channel. I'm just going to grab their latest video. This one's... Actually, I'm going to grab the second latest one because it's longer. How to make YouTube Shorts with Canva. I think I shared that out, if I'm right, but haven't watched it yet. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list right now. I always do my community posts in advance. And I share, I don't know if it's 10 times a day, something like that, every 2 hours or so, but most of them are for other creators. It's not just super chatters and members, it's supporters of all kinds, right? I keep statistics for every live stream to know who's here and supporting us in the community as much as they can. I know everybody is, but you know, we all have different amounts of time we can spend on YouTube. As long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. When we look at shorts on this channel, they've gotten into 400 and even 800 views, almost 900, so those will likely hit 1,000 within the next few. And then live streams on the channel as well. They've done a few of these. They did one just a few days ago. Hopefully we'll see another one from them soon, and we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other again. Next up is Dark Swordsman Gaming. Thank you for another super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the wheel as soon as those things happen. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And Dark Swordsman Gaming has got a lot of video gameplay on their channel. You can see what they're doing with the frames on their thumbnails now, where they're differentiating the different actual titles of the games, for instance, so you can have an easier time finding what you want if you would like to on the channel. But they play a lot of popular titles, and they've introduced me to independents as well. Shorts on the channel have just started, so we'll see if they're going to keep those up, but I know that gaming channels can really benefit from shorts, because one of the things we think about with shorts videos is that it might be a different audience that's coming in, almost like a TikTok or Instagram Reels type audience, where they're just looking for that short form content. And if our shorts are in line with our long form content, we have a better chance of those people staying for the long form content. It's really just an idea, not even saying I'm right on that, but you know what I mean. And gaming channels we've seen do really well with a few shorts. So this creator also does a lot of live streaming. They're on at least once a week, usually much more often than that. 181 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. They've been friends of ours for many years. I think Dark Swordsman Gaming's been with us 3 years. It could be even before now. I hope I pronounced this right. Is it Ole Blue Eyes? It's good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I wonder if it's Ollie Blue Eyes, but I'll say Ole Blue Eyes, and then just please let me know if I can pronounce that better for you. Twin Brook Acres, good to see you here. New Devils Gaming, good to have you in the house. And then, is there a way you can make a video into a short? Yes. So Ole Blue Eyes, if so the way that I do it personally is I will take a video that I've edited. I use Final Cut Pro, but all the video editing programs on a computer should be able to do it easily. And then what I do is just set another project that is vertical and then I just stretch the video so that it fills the frame and cut the pieces that I want to. But there's AI tools like, for instance, Opus Clip, which I have not used yet, really. I just played with it for a quick second. But Opus Clip here, opus.pro, is something that allows you to upload a video, and then it's going to cut it into a bunch of shorts videos automatically with captions and titles for you and things like that. So there might be a bit of a free trial there. Forgive me for not being certain, because like I said, I haven't used it in the truest sense of the word yet, except for looking at it for a quick second. But I know that it's available, and if you're really pressed for time, that might be an easy way to get a few things done if you're just dying for content, let's just say. I always still would lean towards the idea of doing everything manually, which means if you have a video that you've already filmed, I would cut the shorts out of it yourself, because you will have intuition and know which clips will be something that will probably be have a chance of doing better, doing well, more so than not, if that makes sense. Just Jason Keto and more is letting us know that CapCut has an AI Shorts tool built in as well. I must have forgotten about that, because I think we talked about that the other day. La Cangry Vlogs, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then, so like I said, I cut them manually, but that's only because I have the opportunity. Gaming channels, again, I think could do spectacularly well with them. A lot of games, I always default to Grand Theft Auto as an example, but shooting games, racing games, just about any game at all could benefit from that in my imagination. So I'll save myself by saying that. Grand Theft Auto, a lot of times the deaths in that game are very amusing. Right, the way that people like either get hit by cars or, you know, blasted by explosives and things like that. Considering it's a video game that we're talking about, but clips like just those things can possibly do well as stunts I've seen done, and different aspects of the game, like maybe achievements and things like that. These are examples, but I don't know whether the AI systems can really pick those out perfectly. If you're better off choosing them yourself because you want a good start time and end time, then you might want to play with them as well and see whether 15-second shorts work for you or 60-second shorts work for you in different cases. Broken Hearts Ministry, Gail, good to see you in the house. That's from Gail's Southern Living. And forgive me for anything I've missed in the chat. Mark the Shark is here, another longtime generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then, yeah, we always have to just experiment. One of the good things on YouTube is that we can try different ideas. Thank you, Monica Lynn, Alaska My Heart. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Thank you for coming in today. And then let me spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Forgive me for anything I missed in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for engaging the conversation as well. And then, you know, I never want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do on their channel. The other thing you have to do, in my opinion, is when you get advice from anybody at all, myself or anybody else, when we talk about YouTube, I try not to really give advice. They're just ideas, but I know how it can sound like advice a lot of the time. But wherever you're getting your information from, you know, we really don't want to just follow one source. And, you know, when you hear something one time, you don't want to take it as gospel. The idea is to gather information, including what we talk about here, add it to what you're already familiar with and what you're going to continue to learn, so that you can make the best decision for your own channel and videos. Myself included, I do the same thing. Sometimes we hear of something detrimental that's happened to somebody, but because we're not them and haven't gone through the experience ourselves, we don't know if there's more to the story than simply saying one thing caused, you know, the whole channel to be a disaster or something like that. So we really have to look into these things. And whenever, let's say, you hear something about somebody else or somebody else's channel, I would go to the source, because if nothing else, right or wrong, they can give you their opinion based on instinct and intuition that they have gained through their YouTube journey as well. So this is just these are just ideas, like I said, and I don't want to dance around every subject. It's just that I don't directly want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel, because we got a lot of people here in the Superchat family that have done things far accomplishing more than I have, especially when it comes to some of the shorts. We have a friend kicking it with the Rooks, and I just looked at their channel again. I think they have 29 million views on one of their shorts videos, and their channel is just on a monster trajectory, and they're doing really well. But this is just an example, right? And I try to be forthcoming and transparent about what I have done. So for instance, I have not built a channel to 100,000 subscribers yet, although I intend to at some point, and I run a few channels that are not mine as well. One of the videos I produced is going to hit 1 million views sometime soon. We're watching it. It was well over 900 and something thousand not too long ago, and it was filmed years ago, possibly with an iPhone 11 or iPhone 4S or something. So that brings another subject up, but these are just ideas. And then you just have to remember as well, one of the things we can think about is when we're making any content, shorts, videos, or streams, one of the things that can affect what we're doing is copyright, especially, when we talk about audio or music. It doesn't have to just be music, audio as well. But there is different music available in shorts videos than there is available to be used for your regular videos. So we have to be careful about this and intentional when we think about monetization. What I would do is really take the time to learn. A simple Google search about copyright claims in YouTube shorts, or copyright claims in YouTube videos, or copyright claims in YouTube live streams are going to give you some insight as to why on earth some of the ridiculous things seem to happen that we hear about or experience, and how we can have the best chance of avoiding some of that stuff. Like if you are doing an outdoor live stream and you walk by a party or a bar and they're playing a popular AC/DC song, like You Shook Me All Night Long or Thunderstruck or something like that, your live stream will likely be blocked worldwide the second it's done, if not cut off in the middle, because for whatever reason AC/DC or their label have decided they don't want their music on YouTube in that format at all. And I talked about this specific subject out of personal experience. Now you can go back over live streams and you can cut pieces out if you want to, but your chat disappears as well, because they want the context to match and things like that. These are advanced subjects, but you get what I mean. So I would always do your own research, truly. I would look into information, make sure you understand it, not just opinion. Same goes for listening to me or anybody who talks the way I do or about the things that I do. You don't want to take it as gospel. I've been corrected many times over the years. I draw on my own experience more than anything else. What I learned from our friends, both inside and outside of the Superchat family, because you can imagine I got lots of friends with YouTube channels that aren't even here, for instance, right? And then we can look up a lot of information for ourselves, and our best bet is to go based on what YouTube tells us. So thank you, everyone. Okay, so forgive me, I'll mention one more thing about it. When you get copyright claims, a lot of times after the Russia-Ukraine thing started, YouTube started blocking a lot of videos because of record labels making copyright claims on content, and they blocked them just in either only Russia or a few countries. So sometimes you look at your video and you're like, oh, this is not fair, it's blocked, or I can't get monetized, but it just means those countries if they're listed. So you have to decide for yourself. Like on my personal channel, I got lots of content that's blocked in Russia, but I'm not going to take it down because it's available in another 128 countries or whatever it is, right? So these are just ideas. Not saying anybody should or shouldn't do what I do, but I'll just share my experience, and then you can decide for yourself. And like I said, just add this these ideas. We do have copyright-free music that anybody can use. It's the same stuff you hear in the background of Tuber Chat, and we have a separate channel for that, but it's available on all the major music platforms. Pete uses it in every story every week when he goes on Instagram, as well as Twitter and Facebook. He lets us vote on his content. He uses it. Lots of other creators have used it in either videos. Some of them use it as their intros or break music and backgrounds for live streams and things like that, because it's on every platform. So when you're making a short, you can look for it. If you're using the YouTube app, if you're using TikTok, you can look for that music. If you're using Instagram, you can look for that music. You got to search for it. You got to get the title right, but it's easy to find that at the bottom of Tuber Chat's front page. So this is just an idea. The safest place to ever look for copyright-free music on YouTube is in the YouTube Music Library. But other than that, I know there's a few other places. You just have to be also very careful. And I would get recommendations from people before you use music, because we have heard of situations where you pay for a service for copyright-free music, and then as soon as you stop paying, all the videos you made with that copyright-free music no longer are safe from copyright claims. I don't know if that's true. I haven't done it myself, but these are just ideas. And then, yeah, so that happens all the time. Lewis Acre Farm Karma. I have tons of copyright claims on my personal channel. YouTube lets us know that we should be careful not to get too many. It could be detrimental for the channel. But I have also been on for many, many years and have hundreds of videos now. So the number with copyright claims is small compared to the rest of the content. So that's something to consider. But it happens during live streams all the time, especially when we're outdoors, because we can't control what somebody else is playing. But if YouTube picks it up, and it could be years later, you could put up a live stream and years later, it gets the copyright claim. But here's the question as well. How many replays do you get on your live streams? I haven't seen a channel in the Tuber Chat family that I know of yet in 4 years that gets an abundant number of views compared to when the live stream was going on after the replay is set. We would love the idea for people to replay, and watch all of our content. Tuber Chat accepted. I don't expect anybody to sit there and watch 3 hours of this after, unless you really want to hear what I have to say about some of the channels that are up there, and I don't want anybody to feel obligated to do that either. But watching each other's stuff, how many replays do you really get? So the idea is it worth the time and effort to try to fix a live stream that got a copyright claim on it? Because how many more views are you going to get on that live stream in the future compared to putting that effort into another piece of content? But that's just opinion, not saying I'm right, and I don't want anybody to take it as advice either. Another channel in the chat, Scratching for a Dream. Good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And then, pardon me, I know I missed a lot of comments about this discussion in the chat, but if anybody had anything specifically that they want me to see or a question that I missed, just please mention it with 3 thumbs up or at Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. And then, Marketplace Boutique is coming up right now. What we're going to do is go on a break for 3.5 minutes. And as, right before we do that, I'm going to play one more clip for today, the last one for today, from our interview series. All of these creators have been longtime friends of Tuber Chat that talked to me in an interview style where I asked their opinion on all the things we're talking about here. All of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Tuber Chat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group. And there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back, Mm-hmm. So always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay.
But we're linked by the ways. But they will know somebody that's scale modeling, and they will mention me to them.
Right. So
there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, in a weekend, and Tuber Chat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and and make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap
Yeah.
that it is.
There you go.
And so that I've put back in, because remember I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 Models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here, and you've doubled that number. You're still growing now. So
it's very slow growth, because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back, but I needed the break. I really did. I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yeah,
definitely
improving over time.
Improvement is it, and also it's good. It's edifying for yourself. It really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. It's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. All right, we are just about back. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. And then Marketplace Boutique is up on the screen right now. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. This is Jody. This creator lets us know on their About page that they bring us the ideas behind e-commerce, particularly platforms like eBay. And what I can tell you from my own experience, I've done a lot of listing and shipping. Pardon me, on eBay, where listing and shipping are easy tasks to learn and accomplish, but the magic comes in finding the right things to buy and to sell. Jody's going to help us with that. She even takes us shopping, actually, to show us what she buys and sells. A lot of times it's collections of things that she can split up and sell individually, but she's really expanded the content on her channel over the last few months, getting into a lot of outdoor content as well, just in the spirit of a little bit of variety. She's got shorts over here that have gotten into 14,000 and 19,000 views, and these are almost purely variety on the channel. Live streams are frequent now, and this creator will occasionally be on her own, but often collaborating with Backyard Trucker, and sometimes in the day, sometimes at night. These fire pit streams are frequent as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with Marketplace Boutique. We'd love to push them towards the 1,300 subscribers. We know that they must be thinking about. CNS Travel, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I'll get you onto the wheel right now. I just spun. We'll see who's coming up next. It's going to be Ree's Blissful Connections. This is a creator who is a professional educator and homeschooling mom. And they bring us a few different things on their channel, as well as variety in the shorts when we go and look at those. Ree's Blissful Connections is working on 1,500 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. I see they got a few new videos in the last couple weeks as well. Official 1SP, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. When we look at what Ree's Blissful Connections has got going on, we see a new 5 proven tips for back to school. That's a perfect time to put that video out. Some people, I think, are almost starting school, and the rest will be starting right after Labor Day, right? I'm in Canada. We start school right after Labor Day. And then when I look at these videos, I'm going to take the latest one and put that in my catch-up list. That's the playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlist can be a great tool for that. Shorts on this channel, like I said, are going to bring us a lot of variety. These have gotten into now 2,600, 4,900 views. When I go back to the videos, you get an idea. Some of the homeschooling and professional education videos here. She's brought a little bit of variety. Lots of book reviews we've seen. Over the Christmas holidays last year, she brought a self-care series. And then when we dig back to the earliest videos on the channel, more professional education ideas and homeschooling ideas. Shorts over here, like I said, are bringing pure variety, and then we'll see if she's going to do live streams at some point in the future. 1,500 subscribers is where they're headed. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Just Jason Keto and More just gifted another membership. I know Hugo Homestead will be happy to have that. They're one of our longest standing friends, actually. They've been with us for what I think is getting close to 4 years now. One of the first to come through what I was calling the homesteading community of channels. If they're still in the chat, I'll put them on the wheel right away. They were here earlier today. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So Driving Daily is a channel that I'm still getting to know as well. They've just been with us a few times now, but really active in the chat. I'll just show you something for a quick second. This is Streamlabs, and this is a ChatBot, as well as I use Streamlabs desktop for streaming. It was built on OBS. And one of the things they have in the background is a ChatBot, and there's other features involved, like this loyalty system where it keeps statistics. Somehow it calculates not only how long you've been here, but how active you are in the chat as well. Scratch and PPA is always at the top of the list. A lot of the usual suspects, Yellow Shirt Dad, Canadian Family Life, Just Jason, Keto, and Jesse are all there. But Driving Daily's in the #1 spot right this second, which is great to see. So somebody who's brand new in the Tuber Chat family over the last couple of weeks, but already having an impact in our chat and conversating, for which I'm grateful. Now they're already on the road to 1,000 subscribers as well. They're almost halfway there at 948. We'd love to push them a little bit farther. They let us know on their channel that they're going to explore some interesting places, and everything car culture is what they're going to bring to us as well. So like I said, hopefully we'll push this creator a little bit farther on that road to that exciting and important milestone of 1,000. When we look at shorts on this channel, we see that they've gotten into 17,000, one over 35,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. They've done one 3 months ago. We'll see if they'll keep those up. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. So Crystal Sparkle is coming up right now. They picked up a gifted membership today. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. And I think they just subscribed on the copyright free music channel as well. A notification popped up on my phone, which I can see in the background. When we look at Crystal Sparkle, I'll talk about her content in a second. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then, especially when we have channels with short and popular names, the channels that are hardest to find are the ones that need our help the most. So we're really doing a great service for each other when we search, find, and click on each other's channels. William Birding the Tires, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Crystal Sparkle is up on the screen right now. I see they just did a video yesterday. I'm just going to take this one. I haven't been axe throwing yet. They've got quite a bit of that going on around Toronto and Niagara Falls, where I live now. Family friend actually lives or works in one of those places. Axe throwing has become an interesting sport. I think of it as an interesting business too. I got to go and see what I'm talking about before I say much about it, but I wonder if that can't be a business with a ton of overhead, except for maybe insurance. But likely a lot of fun, because I think they got leagues going and things like that as well. But that'll be an interesting video to watch. Crystal Sparkle is a creator I'm still getting to know. They look like they're heading to a lot of these conventions, all things geek. Let's just say lots of us do that. My whole family's into everything pop culture, let's just say. Shorts on this channel, 2,600, one over 17,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. They seem to be taking us out more often than anything else for adventures to different places. This is an interesting one here for Catterday, yes. And hopefully we'll catch you for one of these soon. And I've got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and catch as much content from each other as we can as well. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. When we look at Brown Girl Bella, we see one of the most authentic creators that I have met in my YouTube journey of now 7 years. I've known her for about 5 of those years. Since before Tuber Chat was even a thought. She's actually inspirational in the creation of this channel. She's been a dear friend all along the way. She does an incredible job when it comes to the idea of branding and drawing you into her world, especially with things like her membership program where people can get Bellafied. Janine's World, good to see you here. When we look at, Brown Girl Bella's content, we know first of all that she's live a couple of days a week. She's had Bella After Dark on Thursday evenings going on for as long as I can remember, as well as Sunday Sips is a consistent series of live streams. And it's been a while since I caught you, a month already. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these soon. We've always got notification bells on for each other. In the summer, in the good weather months, let's just say, I'm usually away from the computer Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. I never know how long the days are going to be, but the weather in and around Toronto has been out of control this year, so we've had some long Thursdays, but hopefully I'll catch her for Bella After Dark, and then Sunday Sips, like I said, is another series. Sometimes she'll do a pop-up as well, but shorts on this channel have done incredibly well. 4,500, 10,000, as you would expect. And then Brown Girl Bell is working on 5,400 subscribers. Of course, monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Lots of get ready with me type videos from this creator. Even if she's doing a live stream or giving a review of any type of product, she might be doing almost an example here, like a tutorial or a get ready with me type idea. She explores a lot of palettes and shares her favorites and when she'd want you to avoid and things like that. But she also brings a lot of, I would almost say, lifestyle videos on the channel where she might give opinions about different things, not just beauty and product review related. So like I said, she's a seasoned pro when it comes to the idea of YouTube, being on here for well over 5 years. I met her 5 years ago. She's got over 1,000 videos on the channel now altogether. But she is well versed in all things YouTube, and you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members when you're on her channel for premieres and live streams as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Brown Girl Bella. She is a silver member here, which means we see her channel every single day, whether she's here or not, in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. Even though after 4 years and 700 episodes of Tuber Chat, she's still coming around as often as she can to support others. I Am Betty J Gathers is coming up now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I Am Betty J Gathers is up on the screen right now. Another dear friend of probably 4 years and one of our longest standing members, as you can see by the colors of their membership badges. When we look at I Am Betty J Gathers, we see somebody that wants to give us their in their content the ideas behind living their best life over 60, but I find that their content can relate to anyone. They talk about a lot of healthy eating, healthy living, and their vlogging style videos that they've been dropping for a long time now bring us a really good look at what Betty does going about her day or her week, taking us both indoors into the home. She could be cleaning, she could be setting up some fresh flowers, she could be giving us a story to be told, or taking us out on an adventure outdoors. She might be shopping or doing other things, driving along, gives us drive-alongs. This creator as well is monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And she posts consistently every week, but she's also got shorts that do really well. She's let me know she could probably predict now after she records a short whether she thinks it's going to move. And you see a lot of these have done well. She's got many at almost 9,000 and a couple over 10,000 views, which is great to see, always featuring the creator there. Live streams are frequent as well, so she's got one coming up in a few days, and she does a great job of keeping up with the chat. The conversation can go anywhere once she gets started, but always motivating, always inspiring when we think about our YouTube journeys. And sometimes she's there with a guest, and she collaborates with a lot of other creators as well in StreamYard panels and things like that. So hopefully everybody will connect with I Am Betty J Gathers, obviously an over the top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then it's not that we're going overtime. We delayed our start time for today, so we're going to go for a break for 3.5 minutes. We'll make it a short one. We'll come right back. We'll get to a few more channels. So Native Wildman's coming up next. So we'll be back in a second here, but driving daily, it's interesting that you mentioned that glitch in the YouTube studio, and many times I've been confused as to whether a video is going to process, but over the course of my 7 years on YouTube, I have, wherever possible, uploaded videos literally days, if not weeks before I mean to put them out. And if it's not possible, if you really got to rush to get something out, that's fine. But if you have the time, you can get over some of those glitches. I did actually recently, a couple of weeks ago, it was one of the, maybe it's a month ago, having one of the interviews, I forget which one, here on the Superchat channel. They're in 4K. Even though they were filmed, like they were done on StreamYard, which is really 720, but I just upscale them by putting the graphics over them and making them into a almost 4K video, right? But when uploading to the studio, one of them wouldn't fully upload. They're 2 hour long 4K videos, so of course that's you know, you could expect glitches once in a while with that kind of thing. So I just like uploaded it again, and deleted the one that didn't seem to be processing, but that's a possibility. Where possible, like I said, I would always upload in advance if you can, but if you've uploaded a video that's of any reasonable length, let's say less than half an hour, and it hasn't done its 4K processing after it's uploaded within 1 day, I would think about trying to upload it again. It's not that you have to delete it and upload it again. I would just go ahead and upload it again, wait to see if the first one processes, and if it doesn't, use the second one and just delete the first one after the second one's ready to go, if that makes sense. But these are just ideas, and we're really talking about being on a computer, because when I'm on YouTube, whether I'm watching or editing, I'm always on a computer, 99% of the time. I don't think I've edited a video on a phone or a tablet that I've put up yet. I think I intended to, but I don't think I ever did. Yeah, little Lego. So YouTube used to have restrictions where you could only upload a 15-minute video, and then after you do some verification, you can get into longer videos and things like that. And things have changed over the years as well. So it may not feel like it, and I don't want to say it's easy, but it's easier now than it was when we started. Let's say for me 7 years ago, or for the Superchat family 4 years ago, and for those of people who were on YouTube long before me, let's say 15 years ago, or even longer. But again, I'm not saying it's easy, it's just that it's easier. But there's the frustrations that come through all digital services, why things don't work in 2024. I can only shake my head and roll my eyes, but these are just ideas. And then when we look at Native Wildman, we see a creator. First of all, I'm behind with them, so they've posted quite a few videos in the last month. I'm just going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to see what I have got for the latest video there. They're going to talk about fly tying knives, other random things. You can see that in the thumbnails of their videos here as well. They've got some shorts, and these have now started to move into almost 6,000 views, one over 10,000, which is a fairly recent one actually. And then live streams on the channel as well. Up to about a month ago, they've done a few of these. We'll see if they're going to continue. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then yeah, Dave's Adventures is another friend of 4 years from the UK. He's been with us from the beginning. He supports all of my channels, and I think he's actually still a member, or pardon me, a moderator on our copyright free music channel as well. CNS Travel is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. You can see the search results want to send us somewhere different, so you just want to really make sure you get the right channel while you're looking for them here. 101 subscribers, which is great to see, and then they let us know they're enthusiastic about creating memories for their loved ones, but they show us how to do that as well. They're going to bring us a lot of cruising content, as you can see, and they just put a new video up last week. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to see what they were doing on the Carnival Sunshine. It's a sea day, so that'll be a pure cruising video from the ship. And then CNS Travel as well has got shorts, and these have gotten into 1,700 views on one of them, which is great to see. And then when we get into live streams, they've done a couple of these last 6-7 months ago, and we'll see if they're gonna pick those back up. Butler Family Farms in the house, everybody's BFF. I'm gonna spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. For the life of me, I can't remember if we saw Cruz Bolero today. I know they've been in the chat for a long time. I just can't remember whether we put it on the screen today or not, if Pete or anybody noticed. And then, yeah, that's right, 99's Backyard Wildlife shorts do not count towards the watch hours that we always talk about. You can get your channel monetized just through shorts, but you need millions of views for that. So I'll leave it to you to read the the restrictions on that. I think it's 3 million views in 90 days, for instance. But watch hours are only for live streams, including replays and videos, when we talk about the 3,000 or 4,000 that we aim for. Creative Beauty Butterfly's up here right now. Lately she's been doing a couple cooking videos, and she does these frequently, but I've got this creator many times for get ready with me type content, especially when she's doing live streams. I'll show you those in a moment. She has got into 6,600, 9,300 views. And thank you, Scratch and Pete P. I don't know why on earth I can't remember in my mind's eye looking at that channel. Sometimes she does cooking, baking, beauty tips and tricks, beauty on a budget, and a little bit more variety. Shorts, like I said, have done really well, bringing a little bit of outdoor content along with the indoor stuff that we know from this creator. Creative Beauty Butterfly is actually really supportive as well. I've run into them countless times supporting other creators, and they're here with us frequently in Tuber Chat. And then they just did a stream a couple days ago. I missed that one, but when we look through some of these, they're bringing us about their day or a lot of get ready with me type content. Like I said, that's where I've caught them the most. So hopefully everybody will connect with Creative Beauty Butterfly. They have been working on 470 subscribers, soon to be thinking about 500. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And Lucy Warren's World is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. They've been making frequent appearances here in Tuber Chat as well. Monetize, lots of ways to support them, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. When we look at their videos, I see they put a new one up yesterday. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them. They'll give us quite a bit of information on their About page, and you can see it's a lot of variety on the channel, different types of videos, both indoors and outdoors. I'm still getting to know their channel. Shorts over here have gotten into 15,000, 35,000, and one over 158,000, which is great to see. Never late, Butler Family Farm. I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend, of course, and especially because we've been doing our streams as pop-ups, and I didn't start at the top of the hour. When you hear on radio and things like that, or television, they talk about the top of the hour, which means that you're literally, if you're starting at 3 o'clock, it's literally 3 o'clock, right? If the bottom of the hour would be when the long hand is, minute hand is pointing to the bottom of an old school clock, if we want to call it that. So 3:30, 6:30, whatever you have. So those are examples, but today we delayed our start a little bit. So that might have been the thing. And then Lucy Warren's World does some live streams as well. They've got one up coming up. It's tonight for me. I'm in the Eastern time zone, so about 8 hours from now. And then let's spin the wheel. And then, you know, here in Tuber Chat, I would love for everybody not to get hung up on the idea of whether your channel's on the wheel or not, especially the idea that we do end up seeing a lot of channels frequently. But I promise you, being on the screen, being on the wheel has nothing to do with how many people are going to connect to you. Here in Tuber Chat, we think with generosity about connecting with other people, doing all the things we wish they would do for us. We do those for them first. And as we build a friendship, this is where people come back and support our channels in all the ways we wish. But we can't get to every channel every single day. I know it can be, I know everybody likes having their channel on the screen, but I promise you, even though it doesn't feel like it, it's the least important part of what we're doing here. Canadian Family Life is up on the screen right now, one of the fastest growing channels in the Tuber Chat family from New Brunswick. They've got 3,500 subscribers now. We'd love to push them towards the 3,600 they're thinking about. They're monetized, of course. They got a brand new video here. This is a bit of a different video because it's a product review. A lot of times they bring us grocery hauls or cooking videos. They've got an impeccable container garden, as you can see here. There's a lot of family togetherness. They do shout outs for other channels and mail call videos here. A cooking challenge was interesting between the husband and wife here. Chris and Tiffany. And then they've got shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into 2,800, 500 views and beyond. And they bring pure variety. Typically, I would describe Canadian Family Life to come to us through the homesteading community of channels because of the mix of content we see here, both outdoors and indoors, and then live streams on the channel as well. She's live once a month or so. She's probably due for another one soon. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. And then Dark Swordsman Gaming's dropping a super chat. Thank you for that. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. That is so that we will look at Kaz's Crafts and More. That's Dave's Adventures wife's channel. We'll look at that in a moment. She's been a dear friend of about 4 years as well. We already saw Dark Swordsman Gaming. And then let me get that ready to go. When we look at Chris's Creation Fun, this is Tiffany's husband. They're always together. There's a lot of family togetherness on the Canadian Family Life channel. Chris's Creation Fun is over 100 subscribers now, and it looks like he's got it locked in. He started with 3D printing and then got into some do-it-yourself videos, like working on that 3D printer, fixing it, and then working on grow lights for that container garden I was talking about. He works on some solar equipment, which I'm excited to learn about. And then shorts on the channel have just started. One of them over 400 views, or almost 400 views, which is great to see. So those will likely continue. And both Chris and Tiffany from Canadian Family Life are here with us just about every single day. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Kaz's Crafts and More I'm putting up right away because Dark Swordsman Gaming dropped a super chat for them. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Kaz's Crafts and More is up on the screen right now. This is Dave's Adventures wife's channel, and she's been a member of the Superchat family for the last 4 years or so. Right before I talk about her content, I just want to mention though, Bill from Warmstrong Adventures, as far as I know now, is okay. I was lucky enough to be connected to him on Facebook, and I saw a post where he had a bit of a health scare while I think he was on vacation, as a matter of fact. But it turned out that it was not a stroke or a heart attack or anything like that. So he might have just not been feeling well. But as far as I understand, he's doing well and back to normal. So if anybody has another update that they're certain about, then by all means, please let us know. But that was the last that I'd heard, and I'd seen, and he put another post out to let everybody know that he was doing okay. So he might just be resting, but it's a good idea. Maybe I'll try getting in touch myself and have an update for everybody when we get to the next stream. Now, I don't know when we're going to be on next, so forgive me for that. My work schedule this week looks like it's going to take an upturn, so I have a feeling I'm in for some long days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. If we do a stream, it'll be at the last minute notice, and it will be a pop-up. Otherwise, we'll likely be here Friday. Kaz's Crafts and More is going to bring us a lot of variety, but sometimes she heads out to theme parks. Dave's Adventures is known for a lot of theme parks and rides and things like that. Pardon me. Kaz's Crafts and More, I'm just going to grab the latest video from last week. I'll put that in my catch-up list. Thank you, Dark Swordsman Gaming, by the way, for dropping a super chat so we can look at this channel. Kaz's Crafts and More, of course, has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for the last 3.5 to 4 years. And when we look at shorts on the channel, we see some of those amusement parks rides. 3,900, 6,300 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So she's done these up to about 6 months ago. We'll see if she's going to do some more, but we got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. So Butler Family Farm is coming up right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Butler Family Farm is up on the screen right now, and this is a couple of creators, Jerry and Susan, that bring us 116 acres of farming and homesteading goodness on their channel. Lots of outdoor content, lots of livestock to show us on the farm. They've got bees along with cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, as well as cats and dogs. A lot of the content here is outdoors, but sometimes Jerry and Susan bring us into their home to give us updates or give us a chance to get to know them. They show us all the different aspects of working and maintaining 116 acres of farmland. As well, Jerry might be working in the shop on different types of things. He does a lot of impressive woodwork, actually. And then 12,000, even 50,000 views on some of the shorts here, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. Jerry and Susan are on every Monday, and I think it's 6:45 Eastern. Sometimes when we do a Monday live stream, we go right before them or close to it, but they have either a chance to get to know Jerry and Susan or StreamYard panels. I joined them on their channel a couple of months ago, and lots of familiar faces as well. These creators head out to lots of in-person meetups, both large and small, where they can get up to 80 channels worth of creators and supporters together in either the Ozarks or places like the Mid-America meetup and things like that. And they often bring us live streams from those. So you'll likely meet more friends and family members when you're over there. And of course, they're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I already spun the wheel. The Stock Explorer is coming up now. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And thank you everybody for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. Of course, we can't get to every single channel every single day. We're always busy here in Tuberchat. Not every day is quite as busy as every other day, but forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. I'm unsure of our next day and time for streaming, but we'll try to fit one in Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, and likely be back Friday. The Stock Explorer is here as a member and a moderator. All the moderators on this channel are dear friends of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Tuberchat. The Stock Explorer brings us the stock markets and a little bit of crypto in a level-headed and down-to-earth way, through everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like options trading and NFTs. This creator's really expanded the content on their channel over the last year to year and a half, where they're bringing a lot of lottery ticket scratching, and lately they're doing an interesting, fun series called Scratching with Strangers, where they're finding people to join them in their YouTube videos to scratch lottery tickets, and they shout out other channels while they do that. And then the Stock Explorer often has product in hand as well, especially when they're talking stocks and then maybe even crypto. They've got shorts on the channel that encompass more variety, getting into 4,000, even 11,000 views on one of these, and then live streams are frequent. Nora doesn't have a schedule, but she's usually on about 3 times a week. A lot of these can be with charts and graphs, talking stocks or crypto. Some of them are StreamYard panels. I joined them last year for a 2-hour conversation, actually, about YouTube. Sometimes it's just Nora, and a lot of times lately it's lottery ticket scratching battles with other channels. Collaborating can be a great way to grow your channel. with other creators. Every time you're featured on somebody else's channel, you're all but guaranteed to get a new handful of subscribers. So the last channel that we're looking at is Nora's other channel, Tropical Buzz. This is where they want to educate us about plant life. They're thinking about putting out content in the future over here, but I just wanted to make everybody aware of it. So thank you again, everybody, for the time that you spent today. I'm not sure if Jesse Miller's still listening, but thanks for the raid. Thank you, Scratch and PPA, and our moderators for your help. Of course, these streams wouldn't even be what they are now if it wasn't for their help, and we'll see everybody again soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.